In this video, I am going to talk about the history of theater. Who started a theater? What exactly happened? When did the first theater start in the world? Where in the world did the first theater take place? And why did people think they should start a theater? Please stick till the end because in this video I am also going to tell you how theater has changed over time, and I will also tell you some facts about theater, like women are not the first actors. So, let's get started. People in different parts of the world have always enjoyed telling stories and putting on performances. But when it comes to the kind of theater we see today, the ancient Greeks are considered the pioneers. It all started around the 6th century BC, and it wasn't just for entertainment. It grew out of religious ceremonies dedicated to Dionysus, the god associated with wine and fertility. Back then, the Greeks began shaping theater into a distinct form, drawing inspiration from their rituals honoring Dionysus. These performances were not only a way to express artistic creativity, but also a means of connecting with the divine. Over time, this unique blend of storytelling and religious practices evolved into what we now recognize as theater, laying the foundation for centuries of dramatic arts to come. With their deep cultural roots, the ancient Greeks unknowingly set the stage for entertainment that would captivate audiences for generations to come. In ancient Greece, early plays were mostly sad stories, and they were called tragedies. These plays often talked about people going through tough times and getting punished by the gods. Famous writers from that time, such as Aeschylus, Sophocles, and Euripides, wrote plays that are still remembered today, like Oedipus Rex and Antigone. As time went on, some playwrights started creating comedies. These plays were funny and made fun of the way society was at that time. Aristophanes was one of these writers who used humor to talk about what was happening in their society. So, in ancient Greece, there were two main types of plays: tragedies that were serious and talked about suffering, and comedies that were funny and made fun of society. Theater became more widespread during the time when the Roman Empire was growing. The Romans liked the ideas from the Greeks and made them their own. Playwrights in Rome, such as Plautus and Terence, wrote funny plays called comedies. At the same time, Seneca took serious Greek plays and changed them to suit Roman tastes. So, Roman theater included both funny and serious plays. As time went on, theater changed again during the Middle Ages and the Renaissance. During these periods, theater often mixed with religious and court performances. People performed plays in connection with their beliefs and in royal courts. This made theater an important part of cultural and social life during those times. In ancient Greece, the earliest theaters were open-air amphitheaters, which were like large, outdoor performance spaces. These theaters were commonly constructed into the natural slopes of hills. One of the most renowned examples is the Theater of Dionysus in Athens, where numerous significant Greek plays were first presented to the audience. People would gather in these amphitheaters to watch performances, surrounded by the open sky and the scenic landscapes. On the other hand, Roman theaters, which came later, were more sophisticated in design and structure. Unlike the Greek counterparts, Roman theaters were often built using durable materials like stone. They featured more permanent elements such as well-constructed stages and seating areas. These theaters provided a more refined and enduring setting for theatrical performances. The evolution from the simple amphitheaters of ancient Greece to the more intricate Roman theaters reflected advancements in architectural techniques and a growing appreciation for the arts in the ancient world. Throughout history, theater has played various important roles. In ancient Greece, it was not just about entertainment. It held a crucial place in religious celebrations and community activities. People gathered in theaters to witness performances that delved into moral and philosophical topics, adding a meaningful dimension to their lives. The theatrical presentations were not only a source of enjoyment, but also a way to explore and discuss profound ideas that shaped the cultural and spiritual fabric of the society. Similarly, in Rome, theater took on a different role, serving as a medium for both amusement and social commentary. Performances in Roman theaters were not only meant to entertain the masses but also to reflect on and critique societal issues. Theater became a platform for expressing thoughts on politics, social norms, and the human condition. Throughout the course of history, the essence of theater has endured, consistently providing a stage for storytelling, societal introspection, and the vibrant expression of diverse cultures. Its multifaceted nature has allowed it to adapt and contribute significantly to the cultural richness of societies across different eras. Over the course of history, theater has changed a lot, showing the shifts in how people live and the technology they use. In the olden days, during the medieval period, plays were mainly about religious stories, and they were called mystery plays. Then came the Renaissance, and plays started to be more about everyday life and had fancy stage setups. As time went on, especially in the 1800s and 1900s, theater took on new forms like realism and modernism, and people started experimenting with different ways of performing. In the present day, theater is super diverse. There are so many types, like musicals and funny plays, but also really experimental stuff that might not follow the usual rules. It's cool to see how theater has transformed from religious stories to all these different styles we have now. So, theater has come a long way and keeps changing to stay connected with what's going on in society and with technology. Now, let me tell you the facts. The term, theater, has its roots in the ancient Greek word, theatron, which translates to a place for seeing. Initially, men dominated the profession of acting in ancient Greece and Rome, barring women from performing on stage. This historical restriction meant that all roles, including female characters, were portrayed by male actors. The evolution of theater has witnessed significant changes, marking a departure from these early practices. One notable testament to the rich history of theater is the Globe Theatre in London, constructed as a faithful reconstruction of an Elizabethan playhouse. This iconic structure pays homage to the era of William Shakespeare, a renowned playwright whose works continue to be celebrated globally. The Globe Theatre serves as a living tribute to the vibrant performances of the past, offering modern audiences a glimpse into the theatrical practices of the Elizabethan era. In the contemporary landscape, technology has revolutionized the theater-going experience. Innovations such as advanced lighting techniques, sound systems, and multimedia projections have become integral components of modern theatrical productions. These technological advancements enhance storytelling, creating immersive environments that captivate audiences and contribute to the ever-evolving nature of the theatrical arts. So, this was the video, and I want you to remember two things that I have told you in this video. Theater was first a ritual of Greeks, and the second thing is women were not the actors in the early ages. Only men were the actors, and they also did the roles of women by wearing the costumes of women.